Hi there, and welcome along to Cinemas Lost Forever. Now, we've already covered the Odeon at Bury St Edmunds in Suffolk, so today I thought we'd take a look at a couple of cinemas that thrived in the town centre of Bury St Edmunds from the early silent days, cinemas that are truly now lost to time. By 1911, Bury St Edmunds had three small cinemas, two of which seem to have been in St John's Street. They were the Rink Picture Palace and the Gem Electric Theatre. The Gem would close in 1916 and the Rink closure date is unknown. But situated at number 21 to 22 Cornhill in the centre of Bury was the Empire Electric Palace. It was advertised as being now open on the 21st of January 1911. This modest hall was built behind existing buildings, one of which was the post office, with the main entrance in an alley which ran beside the post office. Travel and news films were mixed with live variety acts, and musicians played to accompany the films. The lessees were Messrs Hawkins and Frank, with Sidney E. Frank as the manager. There was seating for 300 on a single floor, but business must have been good, because in 1912 major alterations were carried out, including the addition of a balcony, which increased the seating capacity to 450. The cinema was renamed the New Empire Cinema, but unfortunately we've been unable to find any pictures of it at all. By 1915 the cinema was leased to Walter Cook, who was also the manager. He remained at the helm until early 1925, when the New Empire Cinema was acquired by Bury Cinemas Limited, run by Douglas Bostock. However, on the 9th of January 1926 at 5:30 in the morning, a fire was discovered by a postman, and despite the fire brigade's best efforts, the building could not be saved and it was never rebuilt. The postman had been at the rear of the post office, which remarkably survived and was, until quite recently, still the Bury St Edmunds main post office. One of Bury's other cinemas, the Playhouse, opened in the Butler Market in 1925. It originally doubled as a theatre and had a 28-foot stage, dressing rooms and a seating capacity of 450. It regularly produced shows and pantomimes. By the 1930s it was operating as a cinema. It had a central pay box and a bar, and by 1944 it was being operated by Bostock Cinemas. In the 1950s it was managed by Hugh Berry, and one of the projectionists was named Derek Wade. It closed in 1960 when the building was sold to the Co-op to be converted into a department store. The Playhouse Bar, however, continued to serve the drinking public until 1975. And latterly, the Playhouse was owned by the same people who owned the Central Cinema in Bury St Edmunds. Now, the Central Cinema survives as the Abbey-Gate in Hatter Street, but we'd better say a few words about the Central. The Central was opened on the 3rd of November 1924 and was completely refurbished following a disastrous fire in 1930. In 1959, the Central changed hands and the new owners embarked on a complete refurbishment and reopened it as the Abbey-Gate, with Ted Ray in Please Turn Over and many of the stars attending the opening night. In 1971 the Abbey-Gate was sold to the Star Group of companies. They cannibalised it to create Studios 1 and 2 and bingo. The cinemas were very poor quality indeed. In the 80s, Star sold it to the Cannon Group. It then changed hands endlessly over the coming years. It was an MGM, ABC, then an Odeon, then part of the Hollywood Cinemas Group, and then Picture House Cinemas. Eventually taken over by Tony Jones, it was immediately renamed the Abbey-Gate. As a result of hard work and enthusiasm, the cinema now has 3 screens and continues to thrive. That's it for now. Join us again for another look at Cinemas Lost Forever. We try to add a new video every week. Like and subscribe if you want to, that helps a lot. If you want to get in touch via email, please do so. Till the next one, be good to each other, and see you soon. Ta-da.